Hello guys and welcome to Tech Dheer. I am Dheer here and today I am going to show you how to arrange your files in Windows 10. And if you are new to this channel, do subscribe my channel and share my video and do comment a topic so that I can make a video on that. Okay, so let's continue with the video. First of all, you should know what is your BIOS mode. In order to know that, we can just come over here or click on this and search system information. Just click on it. Over here you will get all your system information, but the only information we need is this one, BIOS mode. You can see minus UEFI, but many PCs might also have legacy, and some might also have the ability to shift from legacy to UEFI and UEFI to legacy. For me, my computer has UEFI for now, and my Windows is installed in UEFI boot option. Okay, so now the simple difference which we should know to continue in the process is, if you have a legacy machine, it will always have a MBR partition type, and if you have a UEFI machine, then your partition type will be GPT. I'll tell you more about this in the upcoming videos, but for now I'll just tell you about MBR and GPT, a main difference which we have to know before we are starting our process of arranging the files. The main difference is, in a MBR partition which is available with legacy machines, it can only form a maximum number of 4 partitions. And if you have seen my desktop in the Chrome OS installation video, I have showed you my desktop. It has a legacy partition, as it has a very old CPU which is Pentium, and it does not support UEFI boot options in its motherboard. So what I did over there is I created 2 partitions only, which are C drive and D drive. I'll show you the partition. You can create the partition from disk management. For me, I have created all my partitions. I'll show you how to create a partition in another video, not in this video. It will make the video very long. So I'll just show you over here this 260 MB partition and this 531 MB partition. These two partitions are default partition in Windows, and since my machine is a UEFI boot machine, it has GPT partition format. And as you can see, I can create more than 4 partitions, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 partitions. I have 5 partitions. So I created 5 partitions, but in my desktop I only have 4 partitions, which are these 2 default partitions and the other 2 partitions, which are my Windows C and new volume D. I have these 2 partitions only available in that. Both the PCs have a 1 TB HDD, which is hard drive. It does not have a SSD because I did not install any SSD in it. We have the option to install a SSD, but I'm not installing it right now as I don't need it. You can see all these partitions. In my desktop, I don't have this X partition. So what I did is, you might have seen I have 2 folders when I open my D partition. I have 2 folders which are new volume D and new volume X. So since I could not create more than 4 partitions, I tried to divide the partition with folders, and I kept all the files. Only the thing is, I made 2 folders. That's the only difference what I did in my desktop. and I'll show you what you have to do. If you uh, have a UEFI boot, try to make at least two drive partition, which are D and X, or put any name over here. I recommend not to put the name H, as whenever we are inserting the USB drive, it will have the name H. So in my desktop, when I put the name H, it had a problem. I could not open my USB drive. So I recommend not to put the name as H, but other names you can add. So I have added X, and this is the default D name. You can see, I'll show you how to create a partition later, but for now this is what is partitions. You can create your partitions, or you can even watch some other videos to create a partition. As for now I am not creating a video for that. I'll create it when I'm free. For now I'll just show you how to arrange your files, because arranging files is a really important step, and it's your first step for maintaining your PC. As if the PC is not maintained from inside, we can't put our hands inside the hard disk and clean it, because it's digital things. And it is going to be very funny to put our hands inside and trying to clean it, as it will destroy the hard disk and your data will go. So creating partitions has one more positive impact, is when your Windows is getting corrupted, your data in the D drive or any other drive will be safe, as reinstalling Windows will only erase your C drive. Unless you have some viruses in your computer, your data will be safe. And the other thing you have to do is, after creating your partitions, you can just come over here. But I really recommend you one thing. It's based on your device storage. Since my device is 1 TB hard drive, I have given nearly 150 GB, or I'll just tell you the correct size. Yeah, it's 150.72 GB over here in the Windows drive, because it's really important to give space in your Windows drive. And my drive is not that much full, because I'll show you why. But if you are having a 500 GB hard disk, then try to give at least 100 or 80 GB for your Windows drive, because as much free your Windows drive will be, that much more faster your Windows 10 will run. That's the main or the general fact. And for me, I just kept it as 150, and in my desktop I think I have given 200 GB. And now I'll tell you the first step. This will help for both the people who have bought a new laptop or a desktop, or who are using old laptop or a desktop which are filled with files. For people who just bought the laptop or a desktop, it will be easy for them to arrange the files. But for people who have their laptop for more than 3 months, that will be the minimum stage, because after 3 months, if you see your desktop or laptop, it will be filled with files, as it is meant to be. So now for people who are using their desktop or laptop for more than 3 months, they may find it difficult to arrange. I'll just tell you all the steps one by one. You can follow them. As you can see, I have already arranged all the files in my laptop, as I knew I should arrange them from the starting itself. So by the time I got this laptop, I just started arranging it. Since I have both the YouTube work and my personal work, I have to create two partitions and I have to divide all the things, because it can become a mess. For normal people, sometimes it may not be a mess. So it's on your usage. So before going inside the partitions, first thing we have to do is always check your desktop. Mainly, you should try to keep your desktop empty. And for me, in the desktop, it's totally empty. I'm not talking about the icons over here, but I am talking about the files which are kept in your desktop. Because whenever the Windows is starting up, it will have to load those things. It will have to bring all the things like the taskbar and this thing. Since my laptop is a latest one, not the latest, but it's nearly almost the latest device. So over here I'm keeping everything like this, but I recommend to keep this task bar almost empty. Just keep a few 3 to 4 icons over here, and I recommend to keep all the desktop empty. For me, I like to keep all the shortcuts so that it's easier for me to go across the folders. But over here you can see there are only some files, which is this and these files, and some of these files like these images or the thumbnails which I create, and some one or two videos. Other everything is a shortcut. You can see this icon over here, a small little arrow mark. Whenever that arrow mark is there, the thing is a or the file or the folder which is appeared is a shortcut. And to create this shortcut, I'll give you a small example by opening my file over here in the this PC part. You can see new volume D and new volume X, my two partitions, and this is the Windows partition. What I usually do is, whenever I'm downloading, you can see my downloads folder is nearly empty. Only the quick heal the setup is over here. Everything is not there, nothing is there here. So you can see, I'll just come to this PC, I'll show you. Whenever you are entering a partition, what you have to do is make folders. Don't directly put all the files into it. Just make folders like PC backup. Since my laptop had a DOA problem, defect on arrival, my previous laptop, then I got this laptop. So I had I have backed up many files into that laptop, so I had to back it up again. So I just backed up in a USB drive and then I pasted it here. So this is my PC backup folder in which all my backup is there. This is Kdenlive projects. If you have seen this icon, Kdenlive, this is the software which I use for video editing, but I usually don't edit too much. Just if I want to cut some parts, I use it. So since it's a really time taking work, most of the videos I don't edit, and I'll try to make some templates and keep it so that it will help in my video editing process. So it's a long process, it might take some time. So for now, I have created a folder with Kdenlive projects. These are the two files which I edited. I have used shortcut OpenShot, but it was not that good. So I am using Kdenlive, and other folders have been deleted for shortcut and OpenShot. I just kept this Kdenlive folder. Over here you can see photos, videos. You can see this photos and videos. Whatever photo I have, I'll just put it in the photos folder over here. I have a folder over here, JD, which is some other photos there. You can make multiple folders so that it's arranged. I can make a folder for my photos, their photos, and keep all my photos in it. And over here I have quick heal backup. Quick heal backup is the antivirus over here, which is backing up my data. You can see the antivirus quick heal is essentials. It is backing up my data over here. So you can see quick heal backup. Telegram desktop, I use Telegram, and if you have not joined my channel, you can join my Telegram channel. Link is there in the description. You will get the notifications for all my videos. I'll paste the link in that channel. You can just click the link and reach my video. So just join my Telegram channel. This is the Telegram thing. I download some movies and transfer some files from my father's phone, so that's the phone in which I take my videos. For Chrome OS, I used that phone to take the video, and for transferring the file I use Telegram because it has a capacity of 2 GB data transfer. Like I can just upload a file which is nearly 2 GB of size, and I can download it from my PC. So I have Telegram desktop. So this is where I download all the movies. These are all the movies which I have downloaded for now, which I have to see because it's my vacation. I'll be seeing it one by one. And here in the Telegram desktop, I have Tech Deer videos. You know why I kept this folder here? That's because all my videos which I shoot from my father's phone will be downloaded in Telegram desktop. So I'll just move it to this folder. As you can see, these are all my videos over here. Many have not been uploaded till now. I'll try to edit them and upload, but over here you can see my icon and all these videos which I have recorded using the OBS Studio, which I am using it right now. OBS Studio, the it's a very simple format over here, desktop 1, desktop 2. So I'm using OBS Studio to record the video, and all these recorded videos are actually saved in some other area in the form of MKV files. But then I remix them, or you have the option over here. If you go to files, remix recording, I use that option to actually make it into MP4 files and save it in this folder. So for now, that's my Telegram desktop folder. You can see a folder named EduDheer, in which some of my PowerPoint presentations for EduDheer channel and some of my videos over here. This is the intro video and EduDheer icon. For now, maybe my channel might be silent because I am trying to focus on my tech channel first, as my main interest is in tech channel. I'll try to upload some videos in the educational channel, but mostly tech channel will be more active. And here it's my class 11th, all the textbook PDF which I have downloaded. As you can see, all the PDF is there, complete books. So for now I'm just preparing for 11th, and this is all my class 10th stuff over here, which I have downloaded all the PDF and Word Excel files. As you can see, I have all my PDF and Word Excel files over here. This is a small example on how to actually arrange your files. So that's why I'm showing you each and every folder which I can show you. Creator Academy and all those important folders over here. It's over here. I'll just come back first. Okay. So these are how you can arrange your D drive. And after you have this arrangement made, all the files which you have in your desktop, just paste it over here. As you can see, Dear class 11, Dear class 10. And then what you have to do to create a shortcut, right click on them, send to desktop and create a shortcut, it will be sent to desktop. And that's how you have to keep all your files in your D drive so that it does not fill your C drive. And the after creating the shortcut, the next thing you have to do is arrange your folders, apps and data. For me, the simple arrangement of my data in the desktop is, on the right hand side I have my TechDeer stuff. It has the thumbnails, some of the green screens, digital green screen, which I may be using when I am not showing you my desktop, and I'll try to keep my camera on, as I have a trick to make a digital green screen, as my background is not green, it has some painting on it, so I can't actually give a green screen effect in OBS Studio. So that's why I use green screen. These are two different colors. One is brighter and one is more darker. It's something like that. So as you can see, this is my TechDeer stuff, and there is some EduDeer stuff also. I have kept it because it is filled with thumbnails, so it will be easier for me to access it over here, as the photos do not take that much space. It only takes some MB or KB. You can see it's KB size is in kilobytes, not in megabytes. And all my important folders which I regularly access is kept on top, so that it's very easy to click on them and access them. And all my apps and shortcuts are kept in the right hand side. As you can see, Quick Heal IS Essential shortcut, Quick Heal shortcuts, PowerPoint shortcuts, and Google Chrome all the user shortcuts, and all my other apps shortcuts are over here, the apps which I regularly use. And these are the default Windows icons and the recycle bin. As you can see over here, I have kept some data which is not that much useful, but I may sometimes access it, so I have kept it over here. This data is not that useful, and this same folder is copied and pasted in one of my drives, most probably D drive, so that it does not get lost, as it's a bit important folder. Now after you arrange your desktop, make it clean, and it should be clean, not filled with icons. If you keep all these icons together in a place, it will be filled. But if you arrange them in some manner in which some of them are on top, some are on this side and some are on this side, it can help in making the desktop over here middle part clean. As if I put all these things together, this much it will get filled and this part will be totally empty. So this is the arrangement which I like. And don't install any apps and keep all those apps over here, launchers over here. Just keep the shortcuts, don't keep the apps, as if there are shortcuts, then when the PC is starting up, it won't use more processing power to process them. It will just show you the shortcut, and you can click on it and open the app. Over here, as you can see, this is my taskbar. I keep it a bit big. I can actually make it small or make it full screen, but I keep it a bit big. Over here you can see um, all these apps. I never use these things. This is just kept over here. You can see this office thing over here. You can arrange it like this, make it clean. And your games, I recommend you not to create a shortcut. I don't create a shortcut, and I don't play it like that. But the first thing you have to arrange it something like this so that it's clean, and it will help you in future, not now, but it can help you in future. Over here, as you can see, I have a cracked software which is Adobe Photoshop, and I recommend you not to use cracked software. I only have one cracked software, and what I did is when I got this laptop from the shop, they actually activated everything, Office and everything, and gave it to me. So what I did is I uninstalled all the programs and apps except for Office. All other programs and apps which are Google Chrome, VLC, and WinRAR, etc. All the apps, I just uninstalled them first, and I'll show you what I did next. I'll just open my file explorer. I'll just come to the third partition, which is new volume X. Over here you can see I have a cracked game, but I never play it. I just kept it like that. I tried to play it for my gaming channel, but I don't it has some problem in it, and it's not the latest version. And here you can see setups and softwares. Now this is a very important thing. I didn't want to fill up my D drive, so no, sorry, not the D drive, C drive, because it has Windows in it. So what I did is I downloaded all the setups over here. You can see all my setups are over here. These are all setups and applications like Brave, Chrome Remote Desktop, Kdenlive, OBS, OpenShot, and Shortcut. You can see these two setups. I have kept it, but I have not installed it, as it was not that good. I didn't like those apps. That's why I have Steam setup. I don't use Steam. I have simply installed it so that I could play that game. But it's not. I'm not able to play it. So I have just kept it over there. I can sign in later. I have Telegram setup. I have some video editor. This is VSDC. I tried VSDC also. I didn't like it. And this is for the Visual C++. It's a software which is important for Windows 10. I have WhatsApp setup and WinRAR setup. So all my setups are here, and the best part is all my softwares are also here. Let me just show you. These are all my softwares. When I installed them, I gave them a custom location which was in my softwares folder. I created a separate folder for each software, and you can see this is what is installed. All these files are there in my softwares folder. This is Telegram files over here, applications. I have installed it directly in these folders so that the space is not taken from the C drive, and it's more actually more secure, as if I want to delete something, if I want to delete the software, I can uninstall it from the control panel and then just delete this folder, so it's completely deleted. It's really secure. So the main intention is, if you are a normal user, one partition is enough. But if you are a user in which you want to keep your personal files separate from all the softwares you install, you can make two partitions. What I did is I made a 200 GB partition here, and rest 579 GB is kept over here. So 200 GB partition is because I am installing all the softwares into that partition, so that sometimes in future if the Windows is corrupted, I can reinstall the Windows and I can directly go to these folders and make a shortcut in the desktop. I can run the software without reinstalling it. It can help, but mostly it won't work. I'm not sure. I'll try it when my Windows is corrupted. if it's working, then it will be good for me, or I can just delete those folders and reinstall them before. But the main thing is I can have these setups uh, back. So that's why I created this partition. Now I always recommend you to keep all your folders like pictures over here, camera roll and video projects, weekly or monthly. You can just copy them and then come back to your D drive and paste it here, because Windows getting corrupted, it does not give you a invitation that your Windows is going to be corrupted. Back up your files. If it used to give an invitation that tomorrow your Windows is going to be corrupted, you can just back up your files today, so tomorrow I can corrupt your Windows. It does not do like that. So always make sure your important documents over here, all the documents, all the downloads. My downloads is mostly empty because I downloaded straight away into X partition. You can see this music, pictures and videos, all these things. You can see this thing, videos, these are the MKV files of OBS Studio, and as you can see, this is the file which is currently being recorded. That's why it's showing 0 bytes. It is currently being recorded in OBS Studio. This is the video which I am recording. So that's why I'll show you. This is how you back up every stuff, and always keep a external hard drive or a pen drive to back up your stuff. But for me, this data is not that important, and only 1 or 2 folders are important from these. And one more thing I'll tell you, if you are using a cracked Windows, do keep a backup. I'm telling you on my experience, as my compact laptop in which I installed Chrome OS, it had Windows 7 cracked version. It had some update problem, and then I increased the RAM and installed Windows 10 crack. Now the worst part is I had all my important data in it, and Windows 10 crack can give you viruses. As you might know, I didn't have a antivirus software, so my computer got filled with virus. And I was, I think 2 or 3 years back, I had that laptop. I was not that techy at that time, and I didn't know how the virus came up. All my files and data got encrypted, and then all the data was to be deleted. I could not get all my data back except for a PowerPoint presentation which is there in my Google Drive. Nothing else was actually backed up, and I only had a single laptop, so I could not back it up anywhere else. So that's my experience. So if you are using a cracked Windows, do make it a genuine Windows, okay? Or you will be risking your data. Your computer won't have any problem, only your data will go. So that's why for me now I have only 2 Windows. My desktop has Windows 10 Pro, and my new laptop has built-in Windows 10 Home. So I don't have any problem. That's why I installed Chrome OS in my laptop. I didn't want crack software, but someone just put this Photoshop into this. But I don't mind, because I don't use that software. Until I run it, it won't cost me that much problem, and I have Quickie and all my backup over there, so it will be safe. So this is how you can just arrange your file systems. And now, as you can see, one more step, and this will be the last step in your installation, or no, sorry, not installation, in your maintenance and the arrangement of files, what you have to do is search for apps here, go to settings, apps, and over here you can see all the apps right here. You can see this is all my apps. All these apps are there in my Windows 10. Most of them are default, and web media extensions you can see, sticky notes, Steam. What you have to do is go through this. You can see Photoshop. I can uninstall it from here, but I don't want to do it right now. Adobe Acrobat DC, I don't use it, but I like to keep it installed as it's a free software. 3D viewer, it's a Windows 10 built-in thing. You can see from this, any app which you don't use, like Dropbox, I don't use it, but it's coming with my Windows or with my laptop, so I am not uninstalling it. Other apps, you can just uninstall them, as this is my new laptop, so I don't have any extra apps. I did not install any apps, but you can see this Netflix, I don't use it at all, so I can uninstall it, but for now I am not doing it because it was default apps with my PC. You can see this Office, and I have an Office over here, home and studio. This is the Office which has come with my PC, and this is the default Windows 10 Office, which is web version, like it's always connected to OneDrive. And then there's OneNote and every other app. Whichever you don't need, you can uninstall it, like VLC Media Player. Okay, so for me, I don't have any other apps to uninstall. You can just come in over here, set your default apps, and then startup. As I told you in the startup video, do check these options. And one more tip is, weekly or daily, whenever you have time, go through all your files, because viruses can create multiple files, and if you find some extensions like .nlh and some other extensions which you don't know, except for .mp4 etc., other extensions which you don't know, just search for them in Google, and if it's a virus, just delete them permanently. How to delete them permanently, I'll just show you. I think I don't have anything else to delete. Okay, this wallpaper umbrella, this is a wallpaper which is my default wallpaper. This wallpaper I just downloaded it from internet, and if I want to delete it permanently, what you have to do is shift and hit the delete. If you do like that, you will get this option, delete permanently. I'll just click on no because I need it. And then the next thing you have to do is just click on Windows R and search, just type in percentage temp percentage, okay, and then hit enter. You can see all these files are temporary files, just delete it. Just click over here, Control A, then Shift delete, then yes, then just skip. Do this for all and skip. And when you do this, you can see all your temporary files are deleted, and these are all the files which are being used, so I can't delete them, but other files are deleted. It can speed up your PC. So if you have any doubts regarding this arrangement or this simple trick to arrange your files, you can just comment, and I'll try to solve your doubt as soon as possible. And if you have doubt on this video, and if it's a very big doubt, I can just create a new video for specifically for that doubt. So if you are new, do subscribe this to this channel again. And I think this will be a long video for you. So but even if it's long video, it's very informative for you all. So I'm just ending this video. And if you like my video, do subscribe to my channel. Bye.